do you think about the Redskins' needs coming up?
Well, the obvious is secondary, and based on needs, I mean, I don't think that the Redskins, as far as free agency, is not going to be their winner on this one, just because of I mean now think about it. It was originally $36 million.
John Mara, you bitch.
And it was nice to see him not when they had the lead of the division, we came back and beat them. But anyway, that was in the past.
Yeah.
Like I said, they've broken it up. So last year was $18 million, but they were still able to do things. I doubted that they were able to bring in. They still brought in Pierre Garçon. They still brought in Morgan. 2
Jackson,
potent members of the offense and defense, and still been able to do it. So I trusted Bruce Allen to still be able to get it done. This is after this the $18 million cap hit that they have to deal with. So it's only can get better from here on out.
And we only have to give up one more first-round pick next year.
So yeah, and it was worth it. So when you don't hear about the general manager, in a sense, that means he's
doing his job.
He's doing his job. So
Vinny Serrato.
Right. So a lot of people like to blame, to say, oh, the Redskins were always, free agents. They always went to spend and get these guys and these guys. And that's not actually true because the past 3 years, they have 42 different players.
The roster has been overhauled.
Over 53.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's been on the team for less than 3 years. So it's a brand new team. It's not your daddy's Redskins.
It's gotten younger. It's gotten more athletic. It's gotten faster and smarter.
Yeah.
The average age is probably, 3-4 years ago when we had Clinton Portis and all those cats.
They were the oldest offensive
line. 31, 32
right.
years old. Now our average age is around 26, 27. That's what you want to be. You want to be able to compete against the other NFL teams.
Right.
Young teams, athletic teams that are built the right way, basically. The Ravens, the Giants. I know they've had their issues, but I just like the way they put their team together.
Yeah.
The Patriots have had some issues, but they put the quality players together. The Colts, for the longest time, with Peyton Manning, even though it was Peyton and everybody else, they still put the right pieces together for the team to succeed. And that's what you need. You need youth. You need hungry guys. You don't. We've had this discussion. You don't need me first players. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But you need the guys that are going to be willing to do what it takes to make the whole team move forward. I like the team right now. I like the direction the Redskins are going.
Right.
I think if I were Bruce Allen, and Redskins fans are probably not going to be on board with this, but I would trade the 51st, that 51 pick.
Now, granted, keep in mind there's only 7 picks that we have this year.
I know. Well, I'm assuming we've had these discussions. I'm assuming that the Redskins at 51, second round pick, the 21st pick in the second round, it's pick 51. I'm assuming they have a player on their radar. They probably have 2 or 3 players.
Yeah, several. Yes.
So if they have that in mind, then if that player isn't there at 51, I would trade down only to a couple of teams, high 3rd, 4th round picks. I would require a high 3rd and a high 4th round pick. Maybe Jacksonville. Jacksonville has the 2nd pick in the 3rd round. They have the 1st pick in the 1st round. Perfect opportunity. You get 2 high quality position players in the draft, along with your other 3rd and 4th round picks and your 2 5th round picks. So you get 2 3rds, 2 4s, 2 5ths, a 6th and a 7th. The 3rd, you move down from 51 to around, you move down about 13, 14 spots. The 2nd pick of the 3rd round, you can get you a great cornerback, in my mind.
Yeah.
B.W. Webb, Bleedy Ray, Darius Slay, who we got? Brandon Williams. You got a whole bunch of corners that are quality corners out there. I got my list here.
Robert Alford.
You got a lot of quality corners out there.
Safety, so these guys, I think that Shanahan and Haslett are looking for guys that can play multiple positions.
Well, what makes sense?
Right.
You want your guys, especially defensive. I like Haslett. He's done a great job with defense with that horrible secondary we had last year.
Well, you got to think about it, and part of their defense, was their star guy or the guy that's supposed to be their marquee player, Arackwell, their best player. If you ask anybody that's not a Redskins fan or from there, they would probably You know him as far as on the defensive side.
Yeah.
And Carrion. I mean,
yeah. It was a. I thought
they didn't.
a yeoman's job last year, the coaching staff, with the injuries.
Well, they had
and
depth.
The horrible secondary.
Yeah, well, yeah, they had depth and they had guys that played before. And it's not like, okay, well, if this defensive end goes down or this linebacker goes down, our season's.
Well, and don't forget you get Griffin in here at the quarterback.
Yeah, well,
that gives guys a different light when they're in the locker room.
Right.
Versus a Rex Grossman and John Beck the year before. Don't you think guys felt a little more amped up?
Yeah.
On Mondays and Tuesdays, knowing that we got a guy.
It wasn't going to be a 3-and-out every scenario that you were on the defense
to move
the field
ball right.
way too much, and
so that helps them out too. The morale basically is higher.
Right. If you can go up a couple scores, then you can, make a day
buckle down,
or at least make adjustments.
To try and stay ahead if you can. So I mean, everything changed. I don't think the Redskins need much, and fans out there are probably going to be wondering if I'm smoking crack. No, I just say no to drugs. But we don't need much. We can't do much in the free agency anyway. I think we can make.
They're tied, and that may be a benefit to them. Just take care of the guys that you have on the team. They have.
Do you keep Rob Jackson?
Of course, hands down. And you were talking about players with hips. He is able to, for his size, and
he's just cerebral.
He's cerebral, and he's been on the team, and I think he
sharp.
Deserves it. He was on the practice squad before. He was what, a 6th, 7th round draft pick.
He was a seventh
round draft pick. So I mean, that just shows the
came back.
Intelligence, and he wants to be here, and then you can get him for pretty cheap.
You can get him on the cheap for sure. Yeah, he ain't gonna be.
Sorry, Rob, I'm not trying to downgrade how much you make or how much you should make, but I just think
you get this contract, then the next one you might get that check.
They're gonna have to restructure at least $14 million. They're gonna take at least $14 million off the cap to be able to do any type of business work, because they have to sign their rookies, in the practice squad players, and take care of the players that they have over there. You don't want to make a mess of the situation because you're already in it in itself, but. That's like I said, that's a general manager's job to figure that out. And if these guys want to be here and they want, that's every team is doing that right now.
Well, this is what I say we do. I say you restructure Santana Moss, D'Angelo Hall, Cofield, Bowen, Adam Carricker,
Montgomery,
and I'm missing somebody. Josh Morgan. And you restructure those 8 guys' deals, man. You probably save $20 million because that's what's projected.
Yeah, they'll be under the cap. Right now they're
under the cap.
Right. Right now they're $3 million over.
So if you can do
even with the cap being raised to $123 million,
you restructure those 8. Oh, and Trent Williams 9. You restructure those 9 guys' contracts right there. And just flat out cut Josh Wilson.
So you're not restructuring
the hell no.
Okay. And the thing about it, Jamal Brown, they can't benefit off of anything from that. So.
I would restructure those 9 guys' deals, save approximately $20 million right there with those 9 guys. We'll have 10, 12, 15 million now over the cap. Then you can go out and get. There's 2 corners free agency that I would love to have. The Greg Toller kid out of Arizona, number 28. And I love Keenan Lewis, Pittsburgh, number 23. If we can get one of those guys as a free agent, they're not going to command major.
Right. These are going to be the guys that the Redskins are going to afford. They're not going to be able to trade for Revis. They're not going to go
want $15 million a year.
But they're not going to be able to go out and get the normal bigger marquee players that you may see. They're not going to get a Mike Wallace out in there as far as So it's just. These guys have clearly stated.
We got to get the second tier guys, if you will. So second tier, young, 26, 27-year-old guys. I say sign a safety.
Right.
A free agent safety. Sign. Who they got out there? Man, I would love Ed Reed to come and watch. Did I say that out loud? He can stay home.
Right.
Find a free agent safety and find a free agent tackle.
Yeah.
3 free agents. Restructure those 9 deals. Bring back Rob Jackson. Daryl Young, Paulson, Fred Davis. Yes,
Yeah.
bring him back. Bring back Columbus. I think that's it.
I mean, that's basically it as far as.
And maybe we lose Lorenzo Alexander.
And Golston. No,
yeah.
I don't want to.
I don't want to, but if he wants more money, we can't have him.
Lorenzo Alexander.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
I mean, I think that they're prepping him to be the London Fletcher's replacement.
Yes,
I think he's their number
one. If he wants more money, he's going to go somewhere else.
Well, they did offer him.
Well, they'll offer him another contract. They got to restructure those deals first. Once they restructure those deals, then they can re-sign the guys that they need to re-sign in an order that they feel the need is high or whatever.
Yeah.
So
now think about it. Had this cap situation not, they would have had $36 million to spend in free agency with Griffin and the offense that they have right now. They would have been dangerous.
But much in a better position.
In a better position too.
But the way it is, like I said, I still don't believe there's much tinkering that really needs to be done. We need to take care of our own, re-sign guys that need to stay here. Kedrick Golston, maybe Baker, defensive tackle. I just wouldn't even bring back Madieu Williams. I hate even saying number 41's name. But just strengthen the core because it's a strong team right now. And maybe like you say, like you said earlier, get a running back in the draft if Helu can't come back healthy. I actually think he will. I hope he does because that would be a great 1-2 punch with Alfred Morris and Roy Helu. I think so. I mean, you're down on Roy Helu.
I just think as a third down back, which basically he's going to be. How is he as far as protection? And
Alfred Morris ain't gonna run for 1,600 yards every year.
Then I need another back that's just. I mean, it's just 2 injuries, and I don't think he's durable enough to go a full 16 games.
Well, Mike Shanahan is known for drafting running backs, so it'll probably pull a genie out the bottle on this one too. So we'll see how far that goes with the draft. But that's what I would do. Like I said, I don't think the Redskins are that far away in terms of getting to the ultimate goal, and that's winning the Super Bowl. Honestly.
Yeah, and the thing about it,
obviously Griffin has to be.
And that dictates some of the free agents that Garcon, he came here last year because I think that they probably told him that we're going to bring in Griffin or ex-player, and I don't think he would have just
signed. If he didn't think if Rex Grossman was throwing the ball. Right,
exactly. That's the reason why Fletcher and some of these guys back they now with the Redskins they can see what they did. There may be, you never know. There may be some free agents that may not be concerned about taking a big contract. They may actually want to come and just.
Well, it's not with this new salary cap, with the new collective bargaining agreement, with the way it works now, with the rookie scale. It's different. The money is less now. They're not getting what they got 5 years ago.
Right.
Nobody is. You still get the quarterbacks that are still getting that money, but Dwayne Bowe just re-signed for $26 million guaranteed. Really, that's not bad.
Yeah.
And it's really not high.
Right.
When you think of it may be high for a guy that's been in the league 5 years, has been earned or whatever like that. But when you think about the money they were getting, that's nothing compared to what they were getting 5 years ago. So it's reducing, and I really think it's because of the rookie cap. That's helped put everything into a better perspective. Teams can choose how to spend a lot better now.
And it's only going to get better. The cap actually is going to go up once these TV deals and everything comes into. So,
Most definitely.
Those next big contracts. I can't wait to see what Griffin's contract's going to be after,
after he leads us to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I can't wait either.
So, talk about a monster deal. Yeah, he'll be getting A-Rod money.
So, I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not, man. We ain't gonna be able to afford him.
Yeah.